It's Adrian here, providing you a market update for the week finishing Saturday, the 24th of October. What a delightful week we had at NG Farah this week. We experienced many sales, many lease transactions with over 12 exchanged contracts and approximately 20 leases signed. So, a very active week for the team. One of the sales was conducted by my colleague Martin Fowler, and that was apartment 3 at 219 Allison Road in Randwick. 3-bedroom, elevated views, parking. The price was confidential, however, it was between $1.2 and $1.3 million. I personally acted as the agent and the auctioneer for one apartment today, and that was Unit 1 at 105 Blair Street in North Bondi. That was a 2-bedroom, 71 square metre Art Deco, fully renovated apartment with no parking. We had competitive bidding there with multiple registered parties. The eventual sale price was $1,215,000. A very delighted first home buyer and a very delighted vendor who experienced some very good capital growth within a short period of time by adding value with that particular property. I launched 271 Clovelly Road in Clovelly this week. That is a very desirable location. I would say Clovelly arguably would be the most revered coastal suburb on the eastern beaches at the moment. And that is a 5-bedroom attached home, and it has rear-facing orientation towards the back of the property. And we had 20 groups through with a price guide of 2.7. So I hope to see you at that inspection this week coming up Thursday evening 6 to 6:30. I also launched 125 Fair Sky Street in South Coogee today. We had over 20 groups through on that one. That's a very affordable price guide of 2.1. It's a freestanding 4-bedroom Torrens title home in South Coogee, only 7 years young, and it was a Mirvac development there. So great value with direct access to Latham Park. So I certainly do encourage you to come and have a look at that as well. Some news this week around the globe and also locally. Certainly one of the most interesting outcomes this week legally was the Horizon precedent in relation to pets. We had Wat and Lot owner in Darlinghurst fight the courts for over 3 years, spending over $500,000 to ensure her pet was allowed in the building. What that has now done is established a precedent for all strata properties allowing pets, and therefore those bylaws that didn't allow pets are now being redundant, and all pets are now allowed. Nobody can reasonably refuse animals. I think that's a great outcome. We are in an urban society. There's a lot more vertical living, and the population density is only increasing. So I think companionship as far as an animal is important, especially with the amount of people living alone and also the lack of going out and entertainment post-COVID. So great outcome there. We also had the second and final debate for the presidential outcome, which will be in early November. Very robust in terms of the debate there. A lot of interesting topics that were certainly brought up, and I think quite polarising. It'll be interesting to see what that election brings and how it affects the real estate market in Sydney and Australia. Also, we had 12 institutions this week state that they are offering interest rates around the high ones. Most of the large institutions are in the 2+% mark. Keep in mind the cash rate is 0.25%. That's been stable now for 3 months. I believe there might be another reduction there, but for 12 second-tier institutions to be offering sub 2% as an interest rate, that's extremely attractive. What a time to get into the market. What a time to upgrade. What a time to buy an investment property. The idea is to buy, have a medium to long-term view, and property will always be a great investment, and also what a terrific lifestyle that Sydney does bring for you in the eastern suburbs. So, folks, thanks for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you next week. And always remember, your home is worth more with Adrian Bowe.